A year ago, when I found out that I was being mobilized, one of the first things I thought about and worried about was not being there to support you during Waterama. I know how crazy the summers are, especially the weeks leading up to Waterama weekend. I worried that I would not be there to help you, to take some of the crazy off your plate. I worried about you having to be a single parent to our boys. I worried about our boys having to be without their mother, even if it was for less than a year. You, however, never missed a beat. You told me that Waterama would go on. You told me that you would be fine with the crazy, and that our boys, well, that they would be proud of their mom. And you were right. Everything turned out fine. I would like to take this moment to recognize you for the amazing man that you are. Without your support, my military career would have been over before it started. You have always stood behind me 100%, no questions asked, which I realize is hard for a lawyer. There is a little smiley face behind it. I don't do emoticons. Even when the boys were babies and I talked about getting out, you encouraged me to stay in, even though it would have been much easier on you if I had quit. But that is not who you are. You have never been a man to take the easy road. So tonight, I would like to present you
Wow.
this U.S. flag. This flag was flown over NATO Role 3 Hospital in Kandahar on April 1st, the day that I was promoted to commander.
Oh, I gotta go over here.
I want this flag to go to you because without you, I would not have made commander. And I would not be here caring for the wounded that love this flag as much as we both do. So thank you for being my biggest supporter. Again, you are an amazing man. Now, I want you to enjoy the rest of the weekend and watch all your hard work pay off. Waterama is such an amazing community event. It takes so many people to orchestrate this event, and it always magically comes together. Take the time to enjoy it. I love you. I kind of knew that would be the tough part.
I do love you, Todd.
And I will be home soon. 56 days actually, but who's counting? Love, Patty.
Wow. All I can do is say thank you. I do have a wonderful, lovely life. I'll be brief, but I can give you a little history on. I'm an old jarhead. I mean, I am old school, hardcore Marine, and part of the reason why I'm really cool with my wife leaving to go. She's going to take care of my boys. And not my boys, but I mean the Marine Corps and all the other service members out there. She is a wonderful, amazing woman. She works at the St. Cloud Hospital. She's in a float pool. She works ER, ICU, and she even delivers babies. I know, kind of a crazy mixed up float she does, but she's really, really good. And she went over to Afghanistan, and she's an ICU nurse, so she's a critical care nurse. And she went over there. First off, she was deployed about 5 years ago to Germany. And there she was an ICU nurse over in Landstuhl, where all of the wounded troops were coming in from Afghanistan and Iraq at the same time. They get flown into that place, get stabilized, and then sent out. So she took care of the worst of the worst. And over here in Kandahar, she thought she was going to be doing kind of the same thing, but it turned out she keeps on climbing up the ladder, and she's actually a full-blown commander, which is like a lieutenant colonel in the Army or the Air Force. So she's high up, so she's actually in charge of the ICU over at Kandahar. But what happens is a lot of times wounded people come into the ER, which is, of course, right next to the ICU. So because she's an extra set of hands, she's always working over in the ER to take care of these guys. So I dearly love her, and I got a special favor to ask of you. I had no clue she was going to do this, but it doesn't surprise me because we think a lot alike. My surprise to her was I was going to talk a little bit about her, put her picture up there, and I was going to ask all of you, and it's going to be kind of hard, but ask all of you to stand up, and I'll get my camera out, or maybe a couple of her friends in the back, because she's got wonderful friends. Without them, I mean, they're tight. So what I'd like to do is have everyone squished together, and I'd like to stand up as high as I could up on a chair and get a picture of you all waving to her. And I got a couple of signs. Sorry, Rotary boys coming. I got a couple of signs that say support our troops, and if you can maybe wave at her or something, so that can send something to her to know that you're thinking of her, too.
We're getting Patty's response.
Patty's responding.
We can't share it.
When they say she's responding, she is. What's going on is we got this KIK, it's called kick. We kick with each other, which is like through the internet we instant message. And this happens to be right, what time is it, about 8?
8 a.m. this morning. It's 8:47.
It's 8:47 here. She's got about 30 minutes and she's walking outside the door to go to work. So she's usually texting with me right now. And what I'd like to do is take the picture of all of you guys, and I can push a button and it'll zap it to her. So it'll be instantaneous. So this is cool. So I'd like to, we could hand a couple of these out, and if you could all stand up, and I don't know how you want to do it. Which corner should I be at?
Hey!
Oh, you want me to have everyone stand around her? All right, that's it. So you can kind of move
I
your
know
chairs
I'm
around.
doing this. I just said,
We're doing this
here we
impromptu.
are, Todd.
Just kind of stand around.
Yeah, I think I just sent it about the same time.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for indulging me for just a couple of minutes. It's kind of important to her, though. See if I can get a picture.
Todd, her response.
Her
Yeah,
response.
her response is. What is her response? WTL. How did my picture?
She said, how did my picture get up there?
Or we could take you.
All right, so I know if you can maybe even, if you can fill in here, maybe we need the